Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm just going to find out what the time is from the Alexa app next door. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 6 p.m.
It's dead on 6 p.m. It's 6 o'clock in the evening. Now I've just come back from my mum's in Chatham. I live in Rochester. So it's getting dark. Should we take a look outside where I live? Very cold today. My mum told me it was -1 degrees outside today. Very cold it is. Someone's moving down into the ground floor flat down there. Right, let's go back in. It is absolutely freezing. So I've been out most of the day. I don't know what's going on around here. I went to my mum's at 11:45. So I was around my mum's at 11:45 and basically I stayed there till just after 5 o'clock. I've just been into the co-op where I've got some bits and pieces here. Just to tide me over for a couple of days. I've got some special K breakfast cereal because I do like my breakfast cereal in the morning. I always get Yuzus. I'm terrible with Yuzus. I love my Yuzu drinks and my Nescafe 2-in-1 coffee. We have some shortbread fingers, so I got some of those to go with my coffee. They produced the Munchies cookies because they're displayed to the 7th of March and they're 50p, so I've got a packet of those as well, which is good value. Milk to go with the cereal. And some bananas, so I've got some bananas as well, Aero peppermint bars, and I do love jelly babies. So round my mum's we had a takeaway again from Sandu's in Gillingham, and very nice it was too. I had this massive piece of cod. The chips were a bit hard, but it was still a nice takeaway. A really nice piece of cod and some chips. I went round there because my mum asked me to go up. She was crying, she was upset, she was missing my dad. So I went up there to give my mum some comfort. And I've spent as long as I can with my mum. I can't stay overnight. I am worried about her. She was crying and she was a bit depressed. But I cannot stay overnight with my mum. I'm not allowed to. But I was concerned that my mum was in quite a state. She was quite upset. After these two women left, I think, after they put her through some things, she said they were there for 2 hours asking her odd questions. And it's upset my mum, basically. She's 75 and she was being asked questions she thought were stupid. I wasn't there, so I don't know what they said, but she is in a terrible state. But trying to help her. I said, call me if you need me, and I will go up. I will go up straight away and help her. So I stayed with. I've been at my mum's all day. Went up in a taxi, came back in a taxi, no problem. Roughly £10 and over both taxis, going up there and back. When I came back, my taxi couldn't get to my flat because this removal or whatever lorry it was blocking the path of the taxi. So my taxi stopped outside flats up there, and I had to walk to my flats. And coming out of the flats was my neighbour upstairs with his 3 boys. And one of his kids went, "Oh, little doggy. Oh, little doggy," as I was coming down the road to carry my penguin bag. So that was a bit embarrassing, but at least I was on the opposite side of the road. I wasn't on the same side as the road as my neighbour upstairs with his 3 boys. I was on the opposite side of the road. And one of the boys did say, "Little doggy." He didn't speak to me, I didn't speak to him, and I didn't take the dog over to go and speak to the children because the chihuahuas don't generally like children. They bark and they yap and they, don't like loud noises. As you can see. So I came in, and obviously I needed to go to the shop. I had no coffee. I hadn't been into the co-op for 2 days. I checked my balance at the cash point at the side of the co-op and went into the co-op and got my bits. And on the way up, my neighbour was coming down with his 3 boys, which sounded like clanking bottles, like one of my exes used to do. Clank bottles in a plastic bag. And I don't want to go naming names and going through all that again, but no, that's not happening again. I'm my property. I'm nobody else's. Right? Somebody asked me what I do for a living yesterday, and I told them I'm on benefits because I've been disabled due to a head injury, okay? I've got 9 of my teeth missing, and then if anyone thinks that they're going to put a woman through the sexual abuse I went at Lansdowne Court, they're mistaken. I should just get the police involved. I choose who I want to sleep with, who I want to date. Nobody else does.